Hi, I'm Caitlyn, and this is my record cover process video. So firstly, I started the project by listening to my chosen album, Golden Hour by Kacey Musgraves. I made a mind map of everything that came to mind when listening to the songs, and I then did some research on the album, its inspiration, and the meanings behind the songs. I also made a mood board reflecting the album and researched album artwork of other country music. Then I made some mood boards of styles and images that would inspire my designs. Next, I did some rough thumbnail sketches of possible design ideas. I then took my strongest ideas and developed them into more refined sketches, adding titles and working out what mediums would work best. I then started to experiment with watercolors to create the backgrounds for my designs. I knew somewhat what I wanted, but I also tested out some different techniques, but still using the same colors found in nature to express these themes explored in the album. My next step was to draw the artworks I used in Photoshop to create my final designs. For concept 1, I started by sketching out the woman and the flowers using the rule of thirds to ensure the viewer was drawn to the focal point of the design. This concept really focuses on contemplation, self-reflection, and the beauty of nature, which are all themes in the album. I also think it expresses the idea that Musgraves explores of finding peace in the things we can't understand. I chose to do the line work in a fine black marker to keep the design simple and natural, just like the album, and the colours in the flowers to contrast on the blue and green background. For the second concept, again making use of the rule of thirds, I sketched out half a face and connected a floral arrangement. For this design, I wanted to keep the line work simple and the shapes organic, so I used a fine line marker to create one continuous line from the face to the flowers. I also chose to use cool colours in the background to draw attention to certain areas and represent elements of nature that Musgraves sings about, such as light, running water and rivers, and plants. This design represents the connection between self and nature, and the gratefulness and wonderment that Musgraves explores in her music. For my final design, I sketched out a ribcage and used images of flowers to create a collage. I glued the flowers on the location of the heart, leaving some leaves unstuck to give a 3D appearance. The pencil drawings and vibrant colours of the flowers contrast well and represent the connection between us and the world around us. The ribcage expresses the fragility of life, softly drawn yet strong and powerful, capable of great things. The collage of flowers is pieced together and may not be perfect but is still beautiful. These were all common themes in Golden Hour, and this design really showcases the appreciation of nature, love, beauty, and like the album, reminds us how short life can be. These are my 3 final designs put together using Photoshop. I scanned in my drawings, removed the backgrounds, and adjusted the brightness and contrast levels to darken the fine line drawings. I chose concept 3 for my final design and used a green and blue watercolor background with rough edges to complement the ribcage. For the final artwork, I experimented with typefaces and how they intertwine. On the back cover, I used the same artwork but focused on the ribcage and extended the watercolor across the background to draw the eye using line and form. For the label and poster, various iterations were created with different typefaces and layouts. This design represents the unpretentious and soft, yet strong and bold nature of Golden Hour and captures the themes of contemplation, beauty in nature, and fragility of life that the album explores.